Turns out 4 marathons is a little bit longer than I thought. It's log day 707. I'm fine. I'm fine. Look, I'm still doing jumping jacks. Look, I'm still doing jumping jacks. They're coming out left and right. I got this, baby. I got this. We've come to Portola 3 times now, I think, which is good. And this is where I discovered the flat brown, which I didn't know was a thing. And it's delicious. It's like chocolate in a flat white. That's my little story. Also, good morning. Also, it's Saturday, last day of the convention. See how this goes. So one of the things about traveling through Southern California and the sheer population density this place has is that it like kind of highlights your sense of insignificance in the world. But before we get to that, we have to ship all of these posters that we do have because the printer misprinted some, so we're having problems. My Uber driver was having some serious troubles pulling over there. Had to leave Laura behind this morning. She thankfully drove me around a little bit to get some things shipped. Basically, when we got them printed, they misprinted. They gave us extras of the one I only needed 1 of and only printed 1 of the one I needed 5 of. So we're a little bit behind on that shipping process. But we managed to get all the ones that were properly printed shipped this morning, so we're only needing to ship a couple more, and then I'm going to take the European ones back with me to Europe because otherwise they're going to cost an absurd amount of money to ship. Printing and shipping, not cheap. But moving from that to significance by numbers, kind of what I think there's a good tie-in between the fears I had coming into VidCon this week and generally how I feel when I'm in Southern California. They tie in pretty well together, actually. It's one of those things that, like, being surrounded by so many people, especially in Southern California, helps you to remember, like, wow, I'm so small. Just met these guys. If you want to see them make fun of me and my lack of car knowledge, I'm going to throw a link up because I just got interviewed on the spot for that. So, see how it goes. Gonna keep going from here. Things where I just feel overwhelmed by the sea of humanity in Southern California anyways, but coming to something like this where you've got 20 or 30,000 people that are all like either fans or creators or all part of the community, it really helps to, I don't know, it really helps me understand just how flippin' small I am in the world. Now one of the things that's actually really beneficial about that is understanding that YouTube is an ecosystem where lots and lots of different types of content, creators, people exist, and they don't all overlap. Like gaming channels don't necessarily overlap with auto channels, don't necessarily overlap with beauty channels, don't necessarily overlap with vlogs. There's all these little bubbles that people kind of find what they like and stick within and don't necessarily get outside of. So even if somebody here is a huge YouTuber and millions of followers, I have one friend here she has over 1 million followers, and she's like not nearly as well recognized as some people who are smaller just because the field that she's in and the country that she's big in doesn't necessarily translate to here. It's pretty crazy, and for me it's just humbling in a good way, but also like I came into it, I guess, with a little bit more trepidation than I should have, because I mean it's kind of nice to remember that yeah, you're small, and it doesn't necessarily matter that nobody knows who you are here, because there are a lot of people out there that do know who you are and do care, you primarily. It makes a huge difference. I know that it was a really big deal to cross the 10,000 mark, but it's kind of like less of a big deal to me than it was a while ago now that I'm here, because the numbers don't really matter that much. I'm not sure how best to word this, but basically I've found that there's a real satisfaction in the community that's already formed around the videos that I'm making. Of course I want it to grow, of course I want to share with more people, of course I need to earn more income. There's a lot of things that I would like to see happen over time, but I don't feel like I'm in any particular rush to get there. Like, I like the speed at which things are growing. Don't worry, got this. You guys gotta be sick of us taking selfies of ourselves at this point. I don't know, I'm genuinely feeling like really good about it in general. I just kind of want to actually pump the brakes for a second, sleep for like a week, and then hit it harder and just do it better, do a better job of what I've been doing, reevaluate restructure and come at it at a higher level of quality than I have been, because I have the ability now. I have more time to dedicate to it, and that's something that I've really wanted for a long time, and we're getting there. And all this has been super inspirational, but also it's been really helpful because it reminds me, like, I can do this on my own. I've been doing it on my own for over 2 years. You're here, it's growing, things are moving along, and yeah, there's only good things coming from here, I hope. Did have a really rough couple of days. Still a little bit on the sadness front. Still not feeling great. Today I also feel just extra exhausted and like borderline sick. We'll get that figured out as we go. Right now, I'm headed to find Rodney. Rodney texted me, he did end up having some time for me, and he said to come to the arena, whatever that is, and to find him by the black curtains, and he'll take me backstage. I have no idea what, I do not know what to expect from this, but I think it'll be good. Anyways, those are some thoughts I'll be thinking. I think I'm gonna put together like a more comprehensive like thoughts from VidCon video. There's so much that I got out of this. Mostly just things to think about, inspiration, things to be plotting with and moving forward with. And so I'm really glad I had the opportunity to come. Thank you to Duncan for sending me the pass, and to Rodney, and whew, yeah. Holy cow, it's a lot of people. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm gonna hang out over here. I have no idea where I'm supposed to meet him. He said by the black curtains. There are a lot of black curtains over here, and I don't think many of them are the right black curtains. Sorry, man. How you doing, man? Good, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you too. Bonjour. You meant those black curtains? I meant over there. Just basking in the light of the main stage. Rodney has a lot of work to do. Poor guy. There's a lot going on, but he's a really, really nice guy. I'm just happy to see him. So I get the feeling I'll get maybe like we'll wander around one more time or something and kick me out. But cool to see in this place when it's empty and they're getting all prepped. There are some flashy lights going on, and there was a lot of near nudity going on stage, which is really funny. It's like adult male Teletubbies. That's what we're here for. Just gonna put these on for a minute. I have a headache. I don't feel very good. We have our meetup tonight too, and I hope it goes well, but I don't know how long I'm gonna last. I'm exhausted. Just gonna sleep for like a year after this. I just got overrun by a bunch of like preteen girls, so there he is. I had to dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge to get out of there alive. Yikes! Give up your seat before you die. So good to see Rodney. He's such a nice guy. Love him. All right. Feeling actually a little bit energized after talking to that guy. He's been learning French too. His French is pretty solid. He's just been doing Duolingo and watching movies for like less than 3 months. Solid. I'm thoroughly impressed. So time to get the heck out of here. Wow, look at this. This whole setup is to run the stage, it looks like. Look at all these lights. This is a real show. This is crazy. Definitely have to give deeper VidCon thoughts tomorrow as I recuperate, sleep all day. You know, just basically sleep all day tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna have the energy to do much more. Let's go to the brewery, have the meetup, and then I'm out. If I might actually close it here. We'll figure it out here in a second.